Clay from Brooklyn Football with the fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Here to talk about the NFC East upcoming Week 4 games. As you know, we just played Dallas to start Week 4 on Thursday Night Football. So that's 2 of the 4 NFC East teams that have already played. The remaining 2 games are between Philly and Tampa Bay. That's the 1 o'clock game. And then at 4 o'clock, we have Washington against Arizona. Briefly, about both games, the Philly game, the key to that game seems to me to be injuries. Both sides are dealing with a lot of injuries. Devontae Smith is definitely out for Philly. A.J. Brown may also still be out. He's been out for a while now. So they could be without both of their really top flight wide receivers. That's got to hurt. Jalen Hurts has been inconsistent to say the least. And without his 2 favorite weapons, at least in the passing game, that could really hurt them a lot. However, Saquon is a beast. Saquon is doing work. He has already scored 5 touchdowns and arguably should have had 6. They ruled him down like a foot outside of the end zone on a pass he caught that Jalen Hurts then pushed into the end zone. So they gave the touchdown to Jalen Hurts, but really, for all intents and purposes, Saquon has scored 6 touchdowns. He's got 2 two-point conversions as well. He's leading the NFL in rushing. The man is doing work. As you know, I'm a big Saquon fan, so that doesn't surprise me or disappoint me at all. I don't want Philly to win, but I want Saquon to be working. He is. However, with both wide receivers possibly out, it could be that Tampa Bay can, really load the box and try their best to shut down Saquon. And so that could be the problem for Philly. On the other side of the ball, Tampa Bay is missing a lot of people. Kalaji Kancey, their young defensive tackle is out. Antoine Winfield, their young free safety, is out. There's a lot of people who are questionable, including Vita Vea, who's as good a nose tackle against the run as there is in the league. So that could be a battle of attrition. The good news for Tampa Bay is they still have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who have 5 touchdown receptions between them already. Godwin in particular is doing work. And if they can continue to find those 2 receivers, they can score from anywhere in the field. And Philly's defensive backs are not that great. Their cornerbacks are pretty inconsistent. Their pass rush had been inconsistent. They really got after it this in week 3, but it remains to be seen whether or not they can consistently put pressure on Baker Mayfield. So that's the 1 o'clock game between Philly and Tampa Bay. I can see it going either way. Again, like I said, it could come down to the injury report and who actually plays and doesn't play. The 4 o'clock game is Washington and Arizona. 2 high-scoring teams. Arizona is averaging 27 points per game, and Washington is averaging 26. They are both capable of lighting it up. This could be a very high-scoring affair. For Washington, Jaden Daniels. He is doing work. Certainly, as he gets more and more comfortable with the Washington offense and the NFL in general, he seems to be really lighting things up, and they're very excited about him. They do have to play without Austin Eckler this week, which could be a significant loss. He's excellent running back and catches out of the backfield as well. So they're going to miss him. Their defense is not so great. They gave up 3 touchdowns to us. We don't score touchdowns that often. They gave up 33 points and 325 yards passing to Joe Burrow in Cincinnati last week. They managed to come out with a victory, but it wasn't because of their defense. So that's something that Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. may exploit because they're doing work as they start to develop their chemistry a little bit more. Like I said, they're averaging 27 points a game as it is, slightly over 27 points a game. So I expect this to be a high-scoring game. I think that Arizona probably will win. I'm not ready to believe in Washington yet, and I'm not ready to believe that they can be consistently good. They just won 2 games in a row. I feel like they're not that good a team that they're going to just do that every week. So I think they're due for a comeuppance, and I'd love to see Arizona give it to them. As far as Philly and Tampa, I didn't actually pick a win in that game yet. Again, like I said, there's so many injuries, it's hard to know who's going to play. Of course, I'm rooting for Tampa Bay to win the game, but honestly, I would say that that's kind of a toss-up depending on who plays and who doesn't. So anyway, Clay from Brooklyn, Football with the Fellas. That is my NFC East report. What I'd like to introduce now is a new concept, a new idea that we decided to try out, which is the trivia questions. So we're going to start trying to give you guys some trivia questions just to, give you something else to think about, something else to look forward to, another reason to check us out. So I'm going to show you this week's trivia question, which is a pretty challenging one. I showed it to Mazo, and he didn't know the answer yet. So he's going to give it some more thought. But let me see if I can share it with you real quick, and let's see if you guys can figure out the answer to this week's trivia question. So here it is. There are two former New York Giants players who have a very rare combination of achievements. In fact, they may be the only two players with this distinction. That I'm not 100% sure of. But I want you to name the two Giants who made the Pro Bowl as defensive backs, but also punted and returned punts as well for the Giants. So that's the trivia question for this week. I'll let you know the answer next week. Please feel free to throw your answers in the comments and let us know what you think the answer to this question is and what you think about what I thought about the NFCs. All right, go Big Blue. Clay from Brooklyn, Football with the Fellas, all about Big Blue. We're out.